The day has arrived and the Nether update is finally here. Some of you may be seasoned Netherins and others may be Nether noobs. Either way, we're all in a whole new Nethery world together, with new challenges to face and treasures to find. Today we're going to discover the top tips to travel and survive in the Nether. As there are a ton of new features, more than can be packed into one video, we'll be covering the most common obstacles and threats that you may encounter along the way. When you first place a Nether portal in the overworld, or you happen to stumble upon one of the new ruined portals, you're going to want to light it up. Once you walk through, you're going to end up in the Nether at the X and Z coordinates of the overworld divided by 8. You should also end up around the same Y level as the overworld, or the next suitable unobstructed Y coordinate nearby. Basically, you're most likely to spawn out in the open, so just be ready for whatever you may face. If you're just looking to travel safely through the Nether without much risk, you could head for a wall and start digging a staircase up to the top of the Nether. At Y level 127, you will hit the bedrock ceiling of the Nether. This is the safest place for you to travel the Nether to avoid massive lava lakes, Ghast fireballs, angry piglins, and other dangers. The only potential dangers near the top of the Nether are the occasional 1x1 hole in the floor that falls all the way down to the ground, or the notorious lava pockets that come spilling out at lightning speed. You just want to make sure to pay attention. But once you've mined out a decent tunnel for yourself, you can travel from portal to portal with little to no issue. However, with new and exciting sights to see and biomes to explore, gone are the days of exclusively living in the ceiling and never setting foot on the Nether floor. How do you travel safely and survive without the protection of a netherrack barrier? There are many biomes in the Nether, ranging from Nether Wastes, which is the classic Nether terrain, Soul Sand Valleys, Warped Forests, Crimson Forests, and my personal favorite, Basalt Deltas. You'll also find massive lava lakes on your way from biome to biome. Strictly speaking of terrain, in order to ensure your safety, be sure to bring a saddle and a fishing rod with you into the Nether. Once you've got a warped fungus on a stick, you'll be able to tame one of the wild new mobs known as the Strider. This creature is capable of withstanding the scorching heat of lava and walks with ease across lava lakes. Get one of these guys on your side and you'll be riding in style. You can also use the classic method of bringing fire resistance potions just in case you decide to go for a swim. Either way, you should be safe. In addition to lava lakes, you'll find some treacherous terrain. Basalt Deltas are a great example of some of the most difficult terrain to travel. Ranging from basalt mountains to lava pools scattered throughout this biome, you're in for a difficult journey. Feather falling on your boots and fire resistance potions are suggested if you want to make it out of here alive. Generally, if you're careful, or unless you're me, biomes themselves are not going to cause you to meet an untimely demise. Hostile mobs, on the other hand, can present quite the challenge while trying to focus on navigating the new landscape of the Nether. When you do travel to a Basalt Delta, a Nether Waste, or a Soul Sand Valley, you may encounter Ghasts. These are not new mobs to the game, but they no longer spawn everywhere in the Nether, but are restricted to these 3 biomes. So make sure to bring a bow with you. You'll be able to spot these Ghasts from far away and take them down before they even know you're there. Piglins, a brand new mob to the game, are found in Nether Wastes, Crimson Forests, and Bastions. They are naturally hostile to any player on site, but if you are wearing a single piece of gold armor, they become neutralized and will no longer attack based on proximity. If you try to open a chest, trapped chest, barrel, shulker box, or ender chest in proximity to a piglin, gold armor or not, they will become aggravated and attack. The safest way to access a loot chest near a piglin is to place a hopper underneath, because they do not detect hopper access. Be careful as well when mining gold, gold ore, nether gold ore, and gilded blackstone around our piglin friends, because they too will become angered, and you guessed it, they'll attack. Another thing to note is that aside from a shiny gold distraction, you can repel piglins with soul torches, soul lanterns, and soul campfires, as long as they're not already aggravated. Zombified piglins retain the behavior of their predecessors, the zombie pigmen. They are naturally neutral mobs unless they are provoked. So if you accidentally strike a zombified piglin, just run. Or or make sure you have enchanted armor and an enchanted sword. Hoglins are found in Crimson Forests and sometimes Bastion Remnants. They are a new hostile mob that will also attack on sight, so just be careful, and when you see one, keep your distance. Hoglins will also avoid warped fungus and nether portals. All of that goes to say, if you're looking for a peaceful place in the Nether, there's only one place to go: the Warped Forest. No hostile mobs naturally spawn there, unless there is a bastion or a nether fortress nearby. You'll also find Endermen in the Warped Forest, which can provide you an early game access to Ender Pearls. The Warped Forest is generally a great place to consider setting up your first nether camp if you decide on an extended stay, but if you think this is going to be an easy find, guess again. The Warped Forest is the most rare biome in the Nether. You could be looking for a while. And assuming you can travel the Nether long enough to survive encounters with Ghasts, Piglins, or other hostile mobs, let's talk about basic necessities to stay alive. If you happen to have run out of food, or have forgotten to bring some with you in the first place, there are a couple of options to keep you from starving. If you can find mushrooms and have a bowl on hand, you can easily craft mushroom stew. Or if you're brave enough to take on a hoglin with a looting 3 sword, you're gonna get a pretty decent source of pork that will keep you going on your adventures for a long time. Now that you're prepared to take on the Nether, head on in there and get to exploring. And if you're brave enough, maybe you'll even set up a camp for a more permanent home. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments and what other tips you might have included on this list. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic day.